What's up, everybody? We got a special little side episode for you this week. Casey and I said at the end of 2024 that starting in January, we were going to start watching through all of Sony's Marvel movies and talking about them. And wouldn't you know it, it's July, and we have finally started. So, as you can tell from the title, and if you listen to the episode this week, we are starting with the first Spider-Man movie, the Tobey Maguire movie. And, it's a movie that Casey and I both liked when we were kids, and I think pretty much throughout our whole lives, we've thought this movie holds up. So let's see if we still felt that way. But anyway, the kind of really the first note that I wrote, Casey, is just MJ is so
I
hot.
mean, you're not wrong, man. Not
I'm
at
not.
all.
I'm not wrong.
He's for
Kirsten
the fucking
Dunst.
streets, though, bud.
Well, it's true. Um, we kind of early on get to just the field trip, that leads
Hmm.
to Peter getting bit. I think that they made that spider look super cool.
Yep, 100% really cool. Really quick before we get into that, I want to mention something that my weird brain had always brought into it ever since I saw the movie as a kid. I want to see if you have ever noticed it. So like when they do the opening credits of this movie, it's all different webs. And then it ends on a web of a spider, and it pans out. The web of that spider, it makes me think when I look at it as like a spider, like or not spider, as a green goblin with his hood up. Like it's like you can kind of make out the hood and like I mean it doesn't have like the full features, but I'm like, yeah, that's it's Green Goblin right there in that web.
Never clicked,
I
honestly.
didn't
That's a good
didn't
thought.
think it would.
um, that is a good intro, though.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
And this is another thing too. It does such a good job, like just the start of like Peter running after the bus and all that stuff. It does such a good job like setting setting the scene because you're
Hmm.
like, ah yeah, no one's willing to stop. No one likes this nerd either. Even the other nerds don't like him. The only person that's kind of nice is Mary Jane,
Yeah.
who then isn't nice enough to tell him, "Hey, my boyfriend's friend is gonna trip you."
Yeah. That it always bugs me because I say all the time how much I don't like bullying, and God, they're just so fucking mean to Peter for no reason.
Right. Like there's a lot of parts where I'm like, this would be really funny if like a Robot Chicken sketch, like when they're at the actual, because like he meets Harry and they're he then gets introduced to Willem Dafoe, which is like great. He's a wonderful Norman Osborn, and they go inside, and then like the bullies are picking on Peter while he's trying to take pictures for the school newspaper. Like they're just like nerd, like as he's trying to take the pictures, and then like Harry's like, hey, stop it. And like, what are you gonna do about it? His dad's gonna sue your dad. He's like, actually, that's a good point. Your dad's fired. It's like, oh no, what are we gonna do?
Oh man. Um, I think it was pretty funny whenever Peter finally gets MJ alone. It's like, hey, I gotta take a photo of a student. Can I take your picture? I thought like I was like, okay, that's good, but he took so many. It's like it's why do you take so many of her?
Yeah, I love too though how like my favorite one is like she's like that's my
Right.
favorite one of her picture. Like, yeah, that's the one we're using, Mary Jane. Good job.
And eventually what I thought was funny, she just leaves. There's
Yeah,
no like, oh thanks, or like, oh I'll catch you later.
yeah,
Her friend's just like, MJ, and she's like, later,
yeah.
nerd.
She's like, see ya. But that's kind of how this is gonna be like. This will be the shit on Mary Jane cast because it's like Kirsten Dunst is great. I don't have like she is doing her best with what she's given, but my God,
Yeah.
she's not given much.
No, no, she's a pretty terrible character in this trilogy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, right after that we go to uh, Oscorp where we get to see the glider in action. I was like, damn, glider looks pretty good.
Yeah, Glider looks great. The only real knock is I'm still not a fan of his Power Ranger costume.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I am curious what a comic accurate, like practical effect Green Goblin suit would have looked like. I just wonder if, I mean, there's no reason for me to believe that it wouldn't have held up. It's just like, would it have?
I'll because they actually have pictures of it online, so I'll send it to you because this is a fun fact that I told Jake before we got on here, but apparently they had a comic accurate one set up for the movie and we're gonna use it, but you had to have a trained stuntman for it. And Willem Dafoe was like, I want to do my own scenes. I want to beat the crap out of Tom Maguire. He parked in my spot. And so then they're like, okay, Willem, you insane person. And so yeah, that's basically how it happened. That's why we got the worst costume. I bet if they had more time to prep, we probably could have got something better, but I'm assuming it was like they put all this time into this and then they're like, oh well, we're not gonna spend more time on this doing this other way and all this type of stuff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I still don't think that the costume was too bad. I mean, for like what year did it come out? Oh two.
I think '02 or '01 because it's like it's really close to the time that 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
So it's like because they had scenes with the Twin Towers and they had to cut them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just like the polished metal suit, it's not the worst thing. And with the mask, like
And
with the fangs and like the sharp cheekbones, like it's
yeah,
a decently creepy
it's
mask.
it's perfectly fine, especially at that time when like the only other big superhero movie we had in this time frame was Leather X-Men and Leather Daredevil was after. So it's like, yeah, this is it could be worse.
For sure. But yeah, then we get to, Peter discovers he has powers when he wakes up. He does that's where the famous meme comes from with the
Hmm.
glasses. I think that's pretty good. Um, when he goes to school, I think it's crazy that he gets away with webbing in the cafeteria and not
Yeah.
one person sees it. It's like there are so many people that aren't like don't have friends or anything that like would have seen that happen. Because it's
Well,
not
like
little. It's like a ton of web comes out.
even like as he's like going away with the tray after he hits Flash with it, it's still dragging behind. They're like, what
Yeah,
a
they're laughing
freak.
at him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's at that stage in our puberty where he gets the web. Look at this weirdo.
But that's where we get the great line, I don't want to fight you, Flash. I wouldn't want to fight me neither. It's still a good line. Still a very
Yeah.
good line. Here's like I made a little note where I thought the CG did not hold up when he's fighting Flash and like doing the big flips and stuff like that. It was a little rough. Later on I changed my tune when it comes to like Spider-Man in the suit, but
So really quick too, though, there's a scene. This is like one of those things where like if you spent 5 minutes on the internet looking at stuff about this movie, you already know where I'm going with this. But the part where MJ falls and he catches her and he catches the whole plate of stuff, that's all real. It took I think 100 and some takes, but he it took that for him to do that, which I'm like that's pretty awesome.
that is impressive. But yeah, okay, so we get through that and right after that is when Uncle Ben and Aunt May are like, "Oh man, Peter's been acting so weird." Uncle Ben's like, "Oh, I'll give you a ride to the library or whatever," because Peter sees that he needs money and can make 3 grand being a wrestler,
Yeah,
which he thinks is a good idea.
well, really quick, I need to step back a bit because he talks outside to Mary Jane. And she's like, "You really freaked us out today when you didn't get your ass kicked by my hot boyfriend." It's like, what was I supposed to do? Just let him punch me?
Yeah.
And so then, like, yeah, basically, she then, she's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna, and then she's like, oh my gosh, Flash got a new car. He's so hot, and just runs out to him. And Pete's like,
After her dad's like, "You're a piece of shit, just like
yeah.
your mother."
So then Peter's like, yeah, I need a car. That's what's gonna do it for this girl. It's like, Pete, that's a red flag if I've ever seen one, bud. Come on. Be
Yeah,
better than this.
but boy, if that isn't high school boy mentality.
Yep.
And also back to the fight thing, they were like, one of Flash's friends is like, "Geez, Parker, you really are a freak."
Yeah, it's like,
It's like you guys were ganging up on him, and he kicked
yeah,
your ass, and he's still the bad guy.
yeah. It's like, how dare you, sir?
The audacity to stick up for yourself. Um, but yeah, anyway, so Uncle Ben gives him the ride, and god damn it, do I hate that scene where he's mean to Uncle Ben. It just breaks my heart, dude.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I think this guy is my favorite of the Uncle Bens that we've gotten for sure. I don't know
Hmm.
why. I think he just looked a lot like the comic, like the first comic Uncle Ben that I got, and he's just a good guy.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
looks,
damn good guy.
yeah, and it's also the fact that he's not like, so the when the Amazing they got Sheen, and it's like
Yeah.
he's a bigger actor, so we need to put him in a lot more. It's like, no, you did everything Uncle Ben needs to do, and you did it perfectly, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we forgot to mention one part. We skipped ahead a little bit because he did the part when he's like trying to do his webbing after the fight. He's like, yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he gets
He's
that
going across
down.
buildings and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and that's funny because he says Shazam at one point, and then
Yes.
he's like, "Go Web, go!" And like, yeah, there's some good humor there that still makes me, at the very least, chuckle when I see it
Sure. Yeah, I mean they would never mention Shazam
now.
today. So so yeah, we get to, instead of going to the library, and after he chews out Uncle Ben, he goes instead to the wrestling match. And we get good old Macho Man Randy Savage as Bonesaw, which it's such a fun scene. It's so
Hmm.
funny. And
I
we get, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just like thinking when I watched this scene, I'm like, so in this universe, wrestling's real. Like there's no predetermined. It's just like, no, you get in this ring with this fucking beefed up maniac, and he's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like it's
Uh,
awesome. Like I won't live in this world.
right. And I also think it's funny how everyone in the arena is just like, "Yeah, Bonesaw, fucking kill this nerd."
Yeah. It's like, and the first guy's like, I can't feel my legs. Like,
Yeah, dude, that was really funny. Being stretchered out, and Peter's just like, "I guess I'm next."
yeah.
Oh man. And holy shit, why can't I think of Ash's actor?
Bruce Campbell,
Bruce Campbell, yeah. Bruce is fantastic. I don't know what you call him. MC,
ring announcer.
announcer? Sure. So that was cool too. Obviously, it's like, come on, Pete, the human spider, that name fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
it
Like,
does.
good thing Bruce Campbell was there to give you Spider-Man. Um, I wanted to see a little bit, and we don't get this either time with the wrestling costume and when he gets his normal costume, how it gets made. I want
Yeah.
to see some construction.
I mean, like with the wrestling costume, it's like, yeah, that's pretty easy
But
to,
even
fathom.
like
But then,
the spider that's spray painted on and all the webbing, I still think is like a
mhm.
little bit intricate.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts from this is the part like because he's got 3 minutes, and 3 minutes of playtime with Macho Man, and he then like jumps up on the top of the cage. He's like, "I'm just gonna stay away from you for three." It's like just do that for 3 minutes. You
Yeah.
win. He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna kick his ass instead."
Yeah, actually I want to be kicked in the head by Macho Man about 8 times.
Right, dude. There's a meme. I sent it to you a long time ago, but that part when he's like, "Did your husband make it for you?" Like that part.
Yeah.
There's a meme where like Macho Man's like, "Yes, he did, and I love him very much." And it's like this big long thing, and it just cuts back to Peter like,
um but yeah, anyway, so obviously, uh, Peter knocks out Macho Man and goes to collect his money, and the guy gives him $100. It's like, well, you didn't last for 3 minutes, so you deduce the time, 3,000. Here's $100. It's like, boy, that's like I get not giving him the full amount, but it's like $100. That's pretty low, man.
Well, let's see what that is adjusted for inflation. But really quick, what if Macho Man was like the shittiest, or Bonesaw was the shittiest wrestler? Like if he hadn't beat up that guy beforehand, it's like, yeah, the whole point is the last scene, 3 minutes. This guy gets beat all the time.
um, while you're looking that up, so he takes his $100, and as he's walking back to the elevator, we see that thief go in, and he holds up the place at gunpoint. And this really tickles me. The guy's running back. Pete sidesteps, lets him take the elevator. The cop runs up and he goes, "Why'd you let him get away? He had a gun."
Right?
What was Pete like? Look at Peter. It's like,
It's like,
what
but he
did you
just beat a
want him to
Bonesaw.
do? Yeah, he just beat up Bonesaw. What did you want fucking the human spider's brains all over the fucking hallway? That just no cop is gonna say that
Yeah.
to an armed robbery. Like, why didn't you stop him? That
And it
that just is crazy to me.
and it'd be about $181 today. So still not much.
Mm, nope. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Peter, dishing the same line back to the promoter is good. It's just brought down a little bit by the cop being like, "Come on, fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Fight the guy while you're unarmed."
I will say though, this that scene's a lot better than the original comic because the original comic, since it was who did the art? I'm blanking on his name now. Um
What, like Ramita?
yeah, no, not Romita. The original
Oh,
artist for
Ditko.
yeah, Ditko. Since he was like big into Ayn Rand, philosophy, like the whole difference is like the whole point of Ayn Rand stuff is like, no, no, it doesn't affect me, so I'm not gonna do it. Like it's what's best for me. And in that part of the thing, he's just like, I got my $100 because that's how much it was advertised, and he's just walking. He's like, that doesn't really bother me any. He's just like such a dick about it. It's like it's not like a revenge thing. It's just him going like, no, I don't
Yeah.
wanna.
What a hero.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, Peter goes down right after that, and unfortunately we find out that the guy that he let get away, carjacks Uncle Ben and shoots him and kills him. I remember, so this movie is one of my three earliest movie going experiences. I remember being a kid in the theater bawling my eyes out whenever Uncle Ben died, because I was just like, he was just so mean to him and now he's dead. And it still hurts me. Like, it still absolutely,
Yeah.
wrecks me every time. But yeah, I absolutely will admit the first time I saw it, cried like a baby in the theater. Um, but then we get a pretty cool scene of Peter tracking him down. Um, which I made a note. I don't remember what it's like right now, but I said the music is so good when Peter's swinging after the carjacker. And then, when he gets him in that warehouse, he does that cool upside down, coming
Hmm.
down behind him thing and then back up. Like, that whole warehouse scene, very cool.
Yeah. Most like the him chasing him down the warehouse scene. Like the only real downside to it for me is he does end up killing the guy.
Yeah, could have webbed him
Yep.
when he's falling
100%.
out the window.
Yeah. Could have Gwen
I,
Stacy'd him. That would have been funny.
yeah,
Got him by the leg. He was like,
like this is this one's a little tough because should he have saved him? Yes. Would I have done it? No. I would have let
no.
the guy fall, right?
Yeah, and but then at the same time, like they should have at least been like some ramifications. Like when like the writing newspapers is like, he's literally a murderer, that type of thing.
Yeah, but it never gets brought up. Not
No,
not even by Jay Jonah.
no. Jonah's like, no, I get it. Killed his uncle. He had it coming.
I the next thing we right after that we get more Norman stuff with like the general and whatnot. And it was at this point that I noticed the general's name. Slowcome. So I just put
Ugh.
general's name is Slowcome. LOL. Um, okay, so now I get to give you a fun fact.
Okay.
Because right after that scene is when Peter puts together his proper costume, the Spider-Man costume. He holds up a really good drawing. Any guesses which comic artist did that?
Was it Romita?
No,
Okay.
it was Phil Jimenez.
Oh, okay.
Who's really fucking good. I've told you before. He does this one panel of KG Beast that I think is just fucking killer. But there's a story behind it. Um, that was the guy who was supposed to draw it was Derek Robertson, who did The Boys and Transmetropolitan. But he missed the phone call and
Oh,
called him back the next day, and they were like, "Oh, we already called this other guy Jimenez. He's gonna do it." So it's like, damn, that
yeah.
sucks. But I'm almost kind of glad they went with Phil because I like
Me
him
too.
more as an artist.
Me too.
So anyway, right after that, I put just kidding. CGI is fine with Spidey in action because that's when he gets the proper suit. He's swinging through, you know, New York, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
Then we get Defoe in that board meeting whenever they tell him that they're selling the company. And boy, is that a good scene for him.
Yeah. We didn't we haven't mentioned him actually doing the back to formula yet, have we?
No, no, I guess not.
Oh yeah, so yeah, but at this point he does have powers and
Yeah.
he killed his friend because he was like because his friend wanted to go back to formula with it and he didn't want to, so he got gas and then as his friend comes in, he grabs him by the throat, he's like back to formula and he throws him and then ends up in his bed. And I'm assuming his butler must have just hid the body because like there's no body to ever be brought, it's barely ever brought up again that this dude's dead and
Well, no,
gone.
that happens at Oscorp.
Yeah,
But
but
then he's back in his like apartment.
yeah, I'm just assuming the butler because like in the third movie,
No.
we
No, because the people come in and they're
did they
like,
find his body? The
yeah,
dude, oh,
people
guy,
from work come in and Harry's like, "Oh, yeah, my dad's resting. He's not feeling great." And they come in, they're like, "Oh, we have to tell you Dr. Blah 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 is
oh,
dead.
yeah,
He
yeah, I
was
remember that now.
found."
My bad.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Um, but anyway, yeah, then we do from then on start to see his descent into madness. But I like that he really fights with himself. But as the movie goes on, he loses less and less of Norman, and I think that's done very well. So we get to that boardroom, and he kind of loses it on them, and I mean, I think he gives a great performance. You can tell
Hmm.
he's fucking pissed right there, and it's like, oh my God, we just saw him kill that doctor. He's gonna fucking murder these people.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wrote this in particular, but right under that, I just put Harry and MJ suck. I assume that's when they like start dating, maybe.
Yeah, because I
Or
mean,
they
I'm
don't
assuming.
tell people that they're dating.
Yeah, they don't tell anybody that they're together, and it's not so much like because they weren't hanging, like MJ wasn't hanging out with Peter. They just randomly bumped into each other, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm dating Harry," and he's like, "Okay," like the rage is boiling over, but he didn't want to say anything, and then like,
She's like, "Aren't you guys living together? Didn't he tell
yeah,
you?"
and then like Peter also shows that he's kind of on the spectrum because he's like. She's like, okay, maybe we'll do something later. He's like, yeah, and I won't tell Harry. She's like, no, don't do that. He's like, okay, I won't tell him.
Yeah, he's so fucking awkward. Um, okay, so the first time um that we see him save MJ is whenever Goblin shows up, right? And he's throwing
Yeah.
bombs at that party of them selling the company, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because it's like the big parade and all that stuff, and he throws those bombs, and like that's one of the like when I was a kid, I was like, this is awesome, and now I'm still like, this is still pretty cool. When he throws that one bomb that just turns them all to skeletons and never uses it
Oh,
again.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's cool. Um, I just love that. Maybe this is why I put Harry and MJ suck, because Harry's like, "Oh, you didn't wear the black dress," and she's like, "Don't you think I'm pretty the way I am?" I'm just like, you guys fucking suck.
Yeah, 100%.
Um, but yeah, so also that's when we get the first Stan Lee cameo. I
Mhm.
mean, it's lightning fast in that one. You just see his face as like shit's blowing up.
So, there's a blooper reel in this movie. I don't know if you remember this on the DVD, but there was a blooper reel where Stan's like, it's just him and there's like a little kid. He's like, "Hey, put these sunglasses on. They were an X-Men."
I created the X-Men
Yeah.
Excelsior. Um, anyway, I think he picks up MJ, and instead of just putting her on the ground, he swings off with her. And I'm like,
Yeah.
can you imagine any of the other people witnessing Spider-Man just grab this young girl and swing off with her? It it's crazy if you think
Yeah.
about it.
It's crazy. And then like also he then just leaves her on top of a random building.
Yeah, good luck
It's
getting
like,
down. Here's a garden.
yeah.
Um, let's see here. Oh, again, right after that, I put Harry is the worst, so I don't know what happened with Harry right after that.
Trying to remember, because it's been a minute since I watched it. Oh, maybe that was just him going, like him, like talking to Peter's like, well, you never took your shot at her, man. Like, you never,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think you're right. I think you're right. And it's just like, man, fuck you. You know that he's been obsessed with her his whole life. You're a shitty friend.
yeah, 100%.
Um, okay, then we get the really good scene of Norman finding out that he is the Green Goblin, and he's starting to hear voices. He's like, "Where are you?" And then the goblin says, "Follow the cold shiver running down your spine." I was like, "God damn, that's a good line."
Hmm.
Really good line. Um, so yeah, there's that big moment where he comes to terms with that. Um, right after that, we finally get introduced to Jay Jonah, who is so fucking funny. Uh, there's one thing he says. He's just like talking really fast. He's like, "What are you, his lawyer? Get out of here!" Just like that fast. I think his line delivery is so good in that movie.
And I don't remember if it's in this one or one of the later ones, but like, it's like your wife's on the line about rugs. Like, I get the cheapest one, like that type of
I
thing. And
think
like,
that was this one. Yeah,
like, I don't think this is just straight up over every comic book movie. Never been better casting.
yeah,
He's so good.
yeah. I think I have to agree. Whoever will inevitably replace him is just not going to be as good.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. Oh, okay. So Peter runs into MJ, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I just got done with the gig or whatever." And then that's when he finds out that she works at the diner, blah blah blah. And it's like, or she says, "They said I need acting lessons." It's like, yeah, no shit. You went from high school to trying to get on Broadway. You've taken no classes. You were in some school plays. Peter's probably saw all of them. He mentioned the one that you did in the first grade. Like, obviously, you're a dog shit actress. It's
Yeah.
like, go to fucking acting classes. I just thought that was so weird. It's like, why do you think you can just walk onto a big production like that?
Right?
um, yeah, then right after that, MJ walks away and she gets chased by those guys, right? And I always roll my eyes. Like this one of my least favorite scenes is like the sexual harassment to women in a dark alley scene. It's just like it happens all the fucking time. Can we do something different? But the one guy just growls at her. Like one's like kissy face, he's like, "Oh, come here, babe." One guy just growls like a dog. It's like Jesus Christ. It's like take the other people out of it. It's like what do you want, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I don't know. You look an awful lot like a mail lady. I need to need to see what packages you got. It's like what?
Right?
What? I'm
Okay,
not
but
gonna
yeah.
lie. The scene though when it's raining. That's I was like when I was a kid. I was like, I mean, I already had my awakening to Halle Berry, but that was like a reawakening. I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't bad either.
Yeah, that was the scene. Because Spider-Man obviously saves MJ, and then this is where we get the famous upside down kiss. And it's like I don't blame MJ for wanting to kiss Spider-Man over her lame ass boyfriend Harry. I think we all probably would have done it.
I don't know if I would. First of all, I don't know if I'd be dating Harry, and I mean, secondly, I don't think I'd be wanting to kiss Spider-Man either.
Well, I'm saying if we were in her shoes.
Oh,
Or maybe I just
okay.
want to kiss Spider-Man. But anyway, at the same time, it's like we were talking about. She's just moving from guy to guy. It's like, dude, you're with somebody. You're gonna
Yeah.
go and kiss Spider-Man? Like, I get he saved you twice, but I don't know. Whatever.
And then also though, I'll say this, and I'm gonna bring this up for Spider-Man 3 when we talk about that one. Um, Peter's kind of in the wrong too, because even though your best friend's kind of a dick for going after you're still, basically cheating, or having his girlfriend cheat, and it's like you could have just been easy, like, settle down, lady. I'm a hero.
Ah, I get it, but man, being backstabbed by Harry first, if she was like, "Can I properly thank you?" I don't think anybody, if anybody says they wouldn't have let it happen, they're a fucking liar.
I'm just saying, it's like in today's day and age, he should have been like, yeah, here's my Cash App. Because I am broke. Have you seen my apartment in New York? It's huge. I have to pay half of that.
It's $5,000 for a coat closet.
Yeah,
Okay. I think next is when we get to the burning building where Green Goblin, acts like a lady and confronts Spider-Man. But right before
seems
that,
so funny.
why was that lady down on the ground with her baby still up in the apartment?
She didn't want to have to carry him. She didn't want to get
No,
burned.
no, I want a real answer. Like
Maybe
that,
she
I
just
think
wasn't
that's
home.
just shitty.
She
She left
like
her
might have
baby alone?
maybe she had to go to the down the street bodega to grab like some milk, and she's like, "Oh, my baby's asleep. It'll be fine."
I don't think that's fine, personally.
Yeah, I mean, we don't live in New York.
All the more reason for it to not be fine.
Well, I know. I'm just saying it's like there's a difference. I don't agree with it, but there is a difference between being like, oh, I'm just gonna walk down the stairs to the bodega that's right next door, pick up whatever, and then come back versus like where we grew up, it's like, okay, it's gonna be a 30-minute trip to go to the grocery store to get everything we need for the week.
Yeah. I just thought it was weird. She's like,
Yeah,
please come
no, I
save
mean
my baby. It's
it's
like
also
she'll be
it's
with
also
you.
just better to be like, oh, my babies are in there versus being like, help, I'm in here with my babies. It just, it's better for
Well,
him
just
to be
make it
able
a
to confront.
cat or a
Yeah.
dog. Because he would have done that too.
Yeah. There was oh, dude, I think it was on Powerpuff Girls where they did that, where they're like, my baby, and it's a fucking dog.
Right? I do remember that. Okay. And then we get I think this is the awkward Thanksgiving meal.
Really quick, the first meeting of Green Goblin and then that scene where he first shows up gets me every time. I'm like, yeah, like Defoe does such a good job of like appearing like an old old woman. And I'm like, yep, it's an old woman. It's like
Yeah.
I've seen this movie 100 times. It's like, oh no, you got me again.
You're just like a baby with peekaboo. Like, ah, Norman. Anyway,
He during the scuffle, the he gets his arm sliced on one of those little
yes.
pumpkin bombs.
Yes. Which is how Norman figures out pretty quick that Peter is Spider-Man. or at least has like he himself is very confident that that's the case.
Hmm.
But he gets up and walks out, and Harry follows him. And the way Norman starts talking about MJ is holy shit. You know, like he knows that everybody can hear him. He's just like, oh, come on. They're a dime a dozen. There's nothing special about her. He's like, just have your way with her and kick her to the curb. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. They
Yeah,
can all hear you.
and he's also like insinuating too that she's 100% a gold digger, which it's like the jury's still out. And,
Yeah, you're right.
and so like and I mean he's like she's not like that. And then he doesn't really get much time to say much of anything because like as soon as he mic drops, he's like bye and he leaves. And like then he walks James Franco walks back in and Mary Jane's like thanks for sticking up for me. And he's like what am I supposed to do? Chase him some more? Like, what other thing, Dad? I'm gonna keep following and yelling at you.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They both just suck in this
They really
movie.
do.
Um, so yes, then Norman decides that he has to hurt the people closest to Peter, and so he goes after Aunt May. We get that scene where she's praying in her bed, uh, saying the Lord's Prayer, and she gets to right before this line, and he comes in, blows up the room, and he's like, finish it. And she's like, deliver us from evil. It's really weird, but kind of like a hard line at the same time.
Dude,
You
it's
know what I
awesome.
mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. There's one part we watched this movie a lot when I was a kid.
Sure, I get it.
It's so there's a part. I'm not sure if it actually is her boob, but when she's in the hospital, she's like those eyes, like she does like this, and it looks like her big old boobie pops out. I don't know if it actually is. I didn't slow down and check this time when I was watching it, like I did, like when me and my siblings did when we were young. But that's
I
just a little
definitely did
bit.
not catch that at all.
You wanna watch it tonight with our pants off? Talk about it.
No, I'm good, man. Thank you though.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
um, okay. Good Lord. This is one of like the bad parts of the movie, in my opinion. Mary Jane's there. She and Peter talking right next to Aunt May's bed. How did Peter's speech about what he said to Spider-Man work on her?
It's because she's just like
Oh,
she likes
really? You met Spider-Man? Yeah, I did. And what happened? I talked to him about you. You did? What did you say? Well, I said, and then just spouts this awful bullshit. It's so bad.
and then he's like so and then Spider-Man was like, "Wait, she has a boyfriend? She kissed me, dude. She's a hussy."
Why didn't he say that?
And then I was like, "Whoa, she's my friend? Just my friend. Don't talk to her like that. Don't talk about her like that." And then I punched Spider-Man and now he's got a black eye. You can't see it because of the mask. And she's like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, that's not any less weird than what we got. But then we get Aunt May, who's been listening the whole time, give her a little smirk.
And then fucking Harry walks in on them kind of holding hands.
Doesn't storm out. He takes it on the chin, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. He's just like, so that chair that's in hotels? I want to sit in it while I watch you guys get it on.
All right, so then, Green Goblin decides he's gonna go after MJ. We get that scene on the bridge with the cable cars and all that stuff. Pretty cool scene. Goblin, obviously, he's like, you got to choose which one to save, Mary Jane or these kids, and then let's go with both. But the first thing that happens is Spider-Man turns and runs after Mary Jane. So imagine being those kids, hearing all of this, and he's like, you
Yeah.
got to choose this hot ass chick or all these kids, and you see him turn away from you to run after the. I mean, that must have been just a roller coaster of
The,
emotions for them.
those kids are like, or there's at least one of them is like, yeah, I get it.
Absolutely. I would have thought that.
But so one of the funny things, like there's like a couple things about this scene that makes me laugh to think about. Because like as a kid, didn't even cross my mind. It's a great scene, super cool. Today, years old, I'm like, first off, Mary Jane's got to have the most calloused hands in the fucking earth. Because like that is an old cable, and she's just sliding down it like it's a pole. It's like you don't want to do that. Like a new
Yeah.
one will get your hand just so like her hands are just these old callous like
Like sailor
mitts.
hands.
Yeah, it's like oh, like when like Toby was Peter was holding her hands, you know, like in the thing he's like oh wow, your hands are. it's, it's like it's just like the like the thing from Fantastic Four. It's like his skin, and she's like, that's not the right universe for us. It's like, well, we're just owned by different companies right now for the movie rights. We're still in the same Marvel universe. And she's like, this is weird. But yeah, she slides down that. Goblin hits it. She falls. And maybe this, okay, here's some headcanon stuff for you. The reason why she didn't take acting lessons because she was busy rock climbing all the time. Because then she falls and she catches herself on the side of the thing and she's stuck there. I think she even goes one arm for a little bit. Like,
Hmm.
that's some elite rock climbing shit. Like, good on her.
Yeah.
She's like probably sitting there thinking to herself, like, thank God I didn't go to those acting lessons like they said. This rock climbing is way better than that.
Yeah. It should have just ripped her arm out of its socket.
Right? And like she's held there on her fingers. It's not even a full hand grip. It's just finger strength.
Yeah.
Those old gnarled mitts of hers, I swear.
But then after that, we kind of get the final showdown between Spider-Man and Green Goblin.
Before we get to that too, one last thing. This is like a big thing with like this movie and like all three of these movies. I don't really remember it as much in the third one, but it's really in the second one too, where it's like Sam Raimi was like, this is post 9/11. New York's like at its like most brotherly, like brotherly
Mm-hmm.
area. And these people are like throwing stuff at Green Goblin, like, oh, he's trying to help kids. And then like, that's awesome. And like, I bet
Hmm.
that's how, I mean, like, it's like from stories you hear, like, that's how New York was at the time. But now it's like, they'll set people on fire that are in the subways just waiting.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
things have changed. That didn't age well, but I wish it'd go back to this way.
Yeah. No, I forgot about that. That's a good point. Um, but yeah, so anyway, the final fight, it's really cool. Lots of good CGI, flips and shit, and those ruins that they're in. I don't even know what you
Mhm.
call it. Um, Here's my question. I was thinking about this whenever I was watching it. Do you think that Peter's spider sense would have sensed the glider just hovering there? Or is it correct that it only kicks in when it was going to hit him?
I think it's correct at only going to hit him because it's like an immediate danger.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it was borderline immediate
Yeah.
personally, but it's
Yeah.
whatever. Um, yeah, then we get the cool flip
And
and
the cool line delivery too, because like you have Defoe about to die. You know, he's got his ass kicked and he's like, Peter, I treated you like a son, even though I've only really on camera been around you, what,
a few
three
days.
times? Yeah, it's like I met you in your senior year. I offered to give you a job, and then I went to your Thanksgiving and left after being kind of weird. Not much of a father figure, but about as good of a father as I was to Harry. But it's still a good line, and it leads to Peter's I already have a father. His name was Benjamin Parker, and he's probably like, sitting there like, who? he's,
Right.
he's like, Godspeed, Spider-Man. He says that, which is awesome too. And yeah,
Says it a
it was
couple
great.
times in the movie, actually.
Yeah.
It was good every time. Um, but yeah, then Peter takes Norman's body back to Harry, which is nice. He doesn't find out who it is just yet. Um, that's in two, right?
Yeah, he find because Dr. Ock.
Yeah. And then we get the funeral scene, and that's when Peter has to friend zone MJ, and that's a tough watch
Hmm.
because I feel like I understand because I've read enough comics. I understand why he does it. But man, it was just like the perfect opportunity. Like everything finally came together for him to do it, and he doesn't.
Well, two things, and this is one thing I didn't think about beforehand until you brought this up. But she's also coming on to him at her ex-boyfriend's funeral. Red flag. Come on.
Dude, we've said it this whole time. She sucks.
Yeah. But then it's also like that is all well and good. But then like the next two movies, it's him and her trying to make it work.
Hmm.
So it's just like just you could have just skipped a little bit, I guess. Like this doesn't make any sense, guys. Come on.
Right. Uh, but they do have that kiss, and I think it's kind of laughable that MJ's like, wait a second, kissing Peter somehow feels like that upside down kiss I had with
Yeah.
Spider-Man. It's like, huh?
Well, she's got a kissing journal. She's
She
just like,
must.
yeah, she's like, Flash, too much teeth, and he talked about himself too much during the kiss. Harry,
Extremely wet.
yeah, Harry, not hairy enough. Flash, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, or Peter Parker, kind of the same, but one's upside down.
Anyway, I just thought that was funny. And then, Spider-Man delivers his final speech as he's swinging through and has that amazing shot, still holds up to this day, of him landing up on that pole with the
Mhm.
American flag. It's like, damn, still a good scene.
Great suit, by the way, too. Maybe
Yep.
I probably, I don't know. I'm always torn between him and Tom Holland's like Civil War suit. Both of them are. I'd probably go with his just because it doesn't have all the added um extra stuff they gave Tom Holland's later on, you know. But Tom
Yeah.
Holland's has the eyes, which I think is really sweet. But I'd probably
Yeah.
go
Fair
Toby's.
enough.
Toby's number one.
Hmm. So, but yeah, I mean, that's Spider-Man. It's a
Yeah,
great movie. Couple silly bits, but come on. Of course, there's going to be some silly bits in the comic book movie.
yeah. Especially when it's like the person that made it, Sam Raimi. He loved the original Spider-Man run. That was like, I mean, it shows in this, and that's full of silly bits. So it makes
Hmm.
sense that it's this movie's full of silly bits. So out of five, what did you give it? Because like I pulled up my letterbox, so I actually wrote I rated it as I watched it.
Um, Gosh, I'm gonna have to pull up a sheet here to keep track of our Sony stuff
Okay,
while we watch it. But I really think for me it's a five.
dude, same here. I gave it a 5 out of 5 when I watched it. I loved it. I love it. Like I loved it when I originally watched it. Still love it. There's little things that you can complain about, but really, it's like this is what comic book movies should be.
Yep. All right. Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed our little discussion on, this 23-year-old movie. Let
Dude,
us
it's
know
all
what you
downhill
think.
from here too. You know, like nothing. It's like this is a five. Like I don't know how many more fives in this Sony verse of stuff is we're gonna get. You know,
Yeah, probably none, but we'll
yeah.
we'll get a couple that are
Madam
close, I
Web,
think.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe Madam Web. So, but yeah, if you've seen Spider-Man, which, come on, you've all
Yeah,
seen Spider-Man, let us know what you think of it. And, we'll be back soon with Spider-Man 2. And
we say soon, but who knows?
nah, it will be. It will be. Now that we're going, like we'll
Okay,
we'll go. Um, so yeah, we'll look to do another one. Depending on how often we do the rest of these, we might do two a month. Otherwise, it's probably going to be one a month.
yeah, that
And
seems like a fair idea.
yeah, and we'll just make it through all of the Marvel Sony movies. So, uh, check back next time, and we'll catch you later. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.